New cable. New cable. Let's get this checked out for this dizzy. There's a stiff bean right there. Stiff McBeanerson. How long is that gonna be? How long is this gonna be? Oh, yeah. I would say we could find the length in that. Yeah. I'm gonna get this going. Figure out where I need to start cutting on this thing. Okay, there it is. You can see I made myself a new little witness mark right by my thumbnail. So, dipstick is done. That actually took like 35 minutes to do, just tedious. So, now the dipstick's figured out, I can go ahead and get the pan on. And then this will be done. Okay, the pan is all torqued down. I just used factory pan specs. Thankfully, this was missing a bolt, but I'd already gone to the store to get a couple extra ones just in case. And anyways, this is basically ready to go. I need to pull off the shift indicator off the one that's in the car now, because that's actually a new piece, and put it on this. Otherwise, this is like, it's ready to go. So I guess I can start with this first by draining it. To me, that's the point of no return. That's the point of no return. My car is now officially immobile. So I'm gonna let that drip do its thing, and then I can start taking it all apart. This is an old style pan with no drain plug, otherwise that would have been way easier and less messy. But we did pretty good. Kept everything in there, and now it's just a matter if I can get stuff that's in there into another container without spilling all over my floor. It's freaking cold. Okay, here we are. I took the drive line out. Right there. It sat overnight and dripped. All that right there. Which is good. Gotta clean that up before I start doing work. I popped out these exhaust section from right here to here. I just loosened up. Sorry, my GoPro light just died. Loosened up this clamp right here. Loosen the clamp right here. Loosen these two clamps right there. And then I was able to wiggle out those two bent sections because those will need to come out to access the crossmember. And if you guys have done this crossmember before, this is really what I'm dreading the most. It is such a pain to get on. Such a pain to get on. So hopefully getting it off and getting it back on again later will not be as bad as the first time. So let me get this little mess cleaned up. I'm gonna stick the pan back on so that I have something to jack on. That sounded awkward. Spilagewea, pan, and then I can start converter bolts, bell housing bolts, and everything else. Quick update. Torque converter is free. Starter's free. Linkage is free. Bolts. Some bolts right here. Now I'm just trying to get the worst bolt. The worst bolt of this whole thing is literally right. It's that transmission bolt. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like not the very top one, but the second one down. There's one at the very peak. It's right here. So hard. I can only get like each turn, but I'll keep working at it. All right, give you a little look-see. Tranny jack is in position. Engine supported. Now I can start, oh, whatever that is. Now I can start taking out the final bolts. I got tension off the transmission so I can start undoing the crossmember bolts. I'm gonna do that now. Hopefully that'll come out of there without issues, but I have a feeling it'll fight me coming out just like it fought me going in. There it is. That was a pain. Oh, what am I called? I caught my freaking impact gun back here. It's not something else, something else. Bye-bye. All right, I have to do some fancy maneuvering to get this thing off the jack so that I can slide out of the floor. So I need to get all this crap out of the way. I'm gonna go take care of that. Oh, it just barely clears the frame. There's literally like a finger for it to climb out underneath there. That's a heavy mamma jamma. What year is this, Doug? There's no tag on it anymore. It looks the exact same as one I got. Like literally, the exact same. There it is. All empty. I'm so tired. I'm tired. And I'm tired. I'm breathing fumes. I'm gonna get this cleaned up and then I'll show you what's next after it's cleaned up. Okay, now we got them both set up down here off the stand. All I gotta say is thank you, Doug, for this freaking awesome transmission engine stand mount. It's freaking made a world of difference between these two, between doing this. So anyways, I gotta swap over this stuff over onto here. I gotta take this mount off. I need a couple of these bolts right here, so I'm gonna steal a couple of those to put the tail shaft housing on, and then I need to fit the drive line into the tail housing of this new one to make sure that it rides on the bearing just fine in there. Make sure it's not too tight. And then I need to see about setting up a pressure switch right there, and I'll show you that in a second. I gotta check while this piece is still on here. This is the pressure switch from Dakota Digital. It needs to go right there. Obviously, that is not gonna work. that was right there. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But I did get anticipation, this right here. See if you can see the part number. Thinking that, sorry, I'm opening this. Thinking we can put this in here and hopefully it angles the right way, and then with the sensor, just like that. And hopefully that'll still be accurate enough. So the best thing to do is to put this in now before transferring that plate over. So I'm gonna pop this out, put some Teflon on here, and then screw it in there. Actually, this first, and then this. So this will go, obviously, you guys can picture this in your brains. Like that. Okay, it's on there pretty darn snug. So, let me finish pulling this off. This on there. Oh yeah, see that? Tons of room. So nice. These will plug in this way. This will plug in here. I'm afraid to tighten that up even more. I might try to get that turned down as the hair more. Let's go with that. So I don't know how these adjust, but what I'm going to do is you can kind of see witness marks from the bolts on the front and back, because you could obviously rock it like that. I just did it when I put this on that one. I just used the same witness marks, and I never had any issues with any of the indicating of the transmission. So I'm just going to do the same thing and put it back on, and then I'll get this bracket back on there too. Okay. All that is back together. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna use these same sensors. I have another set right here. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read how to test those online before I put them in. I don't know if they're cheap enough to where I should just buy a new set as like preventative or preemptive. I don't know, but I'm gonna double check to make sure that, see if there's a way to test these before I put them back in. These might not even go bad, so I'm gonna double check. So for now, those are gonna stay off of right here. It's not ready to go right back in anyways, so. But now I'm gonna take this housing off because I need some of these bolts, and then we'll get the new housing on this one. Okay, I got this halfway bolted on. It's on there snug. I got this pre-lubed. No one likes a rough entry on this, so gonna put this in here real quick and make sure that it goes freely. Huh, kind of stopped right there. I had quite a bit of air seal right there, so. It actually slides in there nice. It's just there's so much air back pressure. It's pushing against me. Watch. don't know if you guys can still see that. Hold on. Yeah, it's just kind of fighting back, so sliding in there just fine. I'm gonna go ahead and go with that. So I will take this bracket off, finish putting all the bolts on, and then we'll be done. I actually forgot these two skibble nips, this one and that one. The AN fittings for the cooling lines. That will be the last thing I swap. This is all done. Okay, these are the AN fittings. This is for the one person that does not know this. You have to have this long extension right here go in the back port. If you look in that port, I'll try to get a shot for you. If you look in that port, I don't know if you can see in there, you can see the drum or whatever, I don't know if it's a drum or whatever, that this has to go into to make that seal connection for fluid to actually feed in there. So this one's critical. This one is just a normal one, goes in the front, and these have O-rings on them, so I don't need to tape them. And I'll just put them in there, just like that. All right, that is it for now. We'll call that an end of this video. So the next video will be, we're gonna get into the tunnel up there. I have the speedometer cable just kind of floating up there for the original mechanical that I kind of want to take out if it's easy. I've got the e-brake cable tucked away. It's not being used on this rear end because this e-brake setup won't work with the stock stuff. So I'm gonna take out the e-brake cable and get that junk out of there. Just kind of clean up that tunnel a little bit. And then that'll be the only prep really left to go. Just a little bit of cleanup. Oh, and then I gotta run a wire. I'll show you. We're gonna run this cable from under the dash into the tunnel, because this is what's gonna hook up to that new pressure switch that we just got. And when we do that, we will also get this BIM module for the dash daisy chained into the dash so that the Dakota dash will read the line pressure that we put on this, and we'll be able to monitor that. So that's what we'll do next. Kind of just tinkering, not really finishing one huge project in one video, but we might have a few of those where that happens, and that's okay. Let me know if you don't want to hang out in the garage with me. I'm gonna do it anyways, so I'll be back. Happy New Year.